Let's meditate. My mind is already clear. There's nothing in there. Is it because I'm too tired after working with AI? Yesterday I had a pain in the back. Still have some pain, but I can sit. So everything changes. So what do you do when you get stuck? Just be. When we use our mind, we are focused on something. Then the area that we are focused on, maybe we can see things better in that area. But not in the surrounding area. There is a Zen saying, it's like a circle without the center. Or perhaps you can say it's circle with many, many, many centers, infinite. Perhaps that indicates flexibility. It reminds me of an experiment of octopus. I remember seeing the YouTube where someone made a maze, so to speak, with different challenges for the octopus to go through. At the end, octopus found the way, all the way. It was impressive, but I remember at one point the octopus couldn't find the way out. What do you think the octopus did? It just sat there quietly for a long time. As if thinking or meditating, and eventually he found the way out. I forgot who said this, but perhaps a Zen monk. Have a flexible mind. It's called Junanshin in Japanese. Junan is flexible, Shin is mind. So it's like looking at the situation from different angles to figure out, like the octopus may have found. Living life is perhaps a continuation of going over the hurdles, barriers. One of the major barriers is between our mind and heart. I can say this Chinese saying, there are three positions or the state that you may come up with idea. I said those three before, but it's worth reminding me over and over. The three situation is on the bed or in the bed, at the toilet, and on the back of the horse. It may represent sitting in the train seat in modern day, but you have the picture. Those are the state when you are quiet, resting. There is araya consciousness deep in our brain. There's surface level of consciousness, and down below is the consciousness called manashiki, and below that is arayashiki, araya conscious. The bottom is like unconscious part, but it has lots of memories. We may not access it usually, but when you're not doing anything, possibly half asleep state too, or even sleep state, our brain may access that and bring out the idea or dream out of those deep sort of hidden memory. But when we are quiet in our mind, it may be activated and come up as insight, idea, wisdom, also compassion, perhaps. You're not alone. So go beyond that barrier that you create. Certainly, you are to be relaxed. So people use the word. I have to think what that was. Sometimes I think in Japanese, sometimes I think in English. That's right, effortless effort. So that's the mastery. the mastery to go beyond the barrier to find the insight and the connection between us or between various species. Why so? Because the root of where we came from is the same. Origin of our life, miracle of our life. That's what they say in Zen. Before the parents are made, there's true self, or I like to use the term at the core of our being. There's heart or the true self at the center. Well, I use the word center, but it's like also called the treasure storage to gather all the information. Now I feel that sensation that cells are communicating with each other. That's the difference between focused in mind on some subject, but be open for any connection. But you may have the problem consciousness, even the paradoxical situation, that can be overcome with new insight. It's like a shift from the silo to connectedness. Just like we may say, we cannot live alone. But whatever reason the ego may want to be standing on its own, but that's a stupidity in action. Perhaps I suffered or being patient for a long time today to deal with AI. They keep making many mistakes, but I was patient. And I found the solution. But in that time period of looking at, I counted 40 or 50 mistakes that AI made. I wasn't happy, but I stayed quiet and found the way out. I like the word which says, the heaven helps those who help themselves. It seemed to apply, that word seemed to apply when we are stuck in something, but being patient. as Einstein mentioned, which I like the word he said he's not smarter, or I think that's the word, he's not smarter than anyone else, but he can stay with the problem longer. I think that's profound and humble. Now I can't remember the name of the person, but the phrase I remember is this. There was the stone to be cut in half or something. So the phrase is like, stone may be broken, well, I cannot remember exactly. I'm thinking Japanese, I should think in English. Capturing the memory from down deep in the past. Good exercise. I think his last name is Riis or something. Stonecutter hitting the rock with a hammer, and the rock finally get broken on the 10,000th stroke. But it may be related to all what it went before that, or something like that. Pointing sort of like determination, but not with ego. Now I remember another story of satori. I think this is related to the Swedish fable or something. And this woodcutter was looking for satori. And every time he looked for satori is gone. He tried and tried but didn't work, so finally he was just cutting wood, smashing with the hammer, not in the hammer, but sorry, my English is gone. Axe, throwing axe onto us. Wood. And when he did, with no mind, in one swing, he killed this satori animal, because he wasn't seeking for it. He was just fully engaged in the action, sincerely and truthfully, and the result is, like I said, heaven helps those who help themselves. It just happened. It's like a luck, because you didn't use your effort. That's critical to know what I just said. There's no you, no ego, no seeking. Just be in the moment. And out of nowhere, as if, heaven helps rock get broken, woodcutter hit satori, and impenetrable shield between mind and heart opens on its own. Now that's real relaxation, and like water, no mind, no self. Funny thing is that I can confirm it after the fact that this works, but before the fact, I may wonder what's going on, why so, and ask lots of questions, then finally give up, but stay there. Oh, it's already 20 minutes. Time passes. You have a good evening, wherever you are. Let's make the most. May all beings be happy. Good night.